Today, off of the supply table, you're going to grab one folder and you're going to grab a black sheet of paper to start off with. You might have a name written on your folder. If that's the case, scribble out the old name and put in your name, because we used these last year. You also need to check inside it to make sure there aren't any shapes left over from last year. And if there are, just pull those out and throw them away. So you don't need them anymore. Alright, so I've got my name out. I'm going to set it off to the side. Next, I'm going to draw either an organic or a geometric shape onto my black sheet of paper. I'm not going to draw it smack dab in the middle of my paper. I'm going to draw it somewhere off to the side. This is going to be your smallest shape that you use in your artwork. So after I've drawn it on, I'm going to cut it out. Remember that you can use either organic or geometric. It's your call. If you have a big scrap left over, you're going to throw that scrap into the garbage. Or if you have a big scrap left over, please put it back into the scrap bin. If you have a little scrap, please put it into the garbage. Alright, so I've got my black shape cut out, taking care of the scraps. Now I need to stop and think about what kinds of colors do I want to use. Remember that we are using the analogous colors. Analogous colors are three colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So you could do red, yellow, orange. You could do orange, yellow, green. You could do yellow, green, blue. Green, blue, purple, or blue, purple, red. Alright, there just need to be three colors that are in a row on the color wheel. Check the color wheel if you're not sure. Now that I've decided what colors I want to do, I think I'm going to use green, blue, purple. I need to go up, check out those colors, and decide what is the darkest one that I want to start with. So I have purples, I got blues, there are greens. I need to take a look at all the different colors that I have to choose from and decide what's going to be my darkest color. Looking through. This blue's pretty dark. I could either have the blue as my first color, or maybe I want to get even darker than that and do purple. I'm actually going to do the purple, but you could skip the purple and go right to blue, as long as you are working from dark all the way to light. I'm going to take this shape, put it at the edge of my paper. Remember, we don't want to be cutting anything out of the center of our paper. And I'm going to trace around this, but I'm going to leave a little bit of space around my tracing. So I'm tracing that similar shape, except it's going to be getting bigger. All right, you can see it, how it's much bigger. Then you're going to cut it out again. All right, so I've got my shape cut out. You can see how they're going to fit into each other. I'm done with my black one now. I can put this in the folder. You're always putting your smallest shape back into the folder. So now I'm going to be working with this big purple one next. I've got to pick out a color. Remember that I'm working light to dark, so I'm actually going to use this blue. And I'm going to get it close to the edge of the paper, trace around it. Remember to leave some space around your tracing. And cut it out again. Throw away scraps that we can't use. Big scraps that are still usable go back in the scrap bin. Now we can see that my purple one is smaller than my blue one, so purple one goes in my folder. You're going to have to do this with at least 6 colors, and that includes your black. So I think I'm going to use a light blue now. Yeah, I'm going to use my light blue, getting it close to the edge of my paper, tracing around it. And then cut it out again. Little scraps in the garbage, big scraps in the scrap bin. See how they fit in? Little one goes into the folder again. So now I now have 4 shapes done. I need to do at least 2 more. Figuring out what color I should do next. I think I'm going to go to, I went from purple to blue. I think I'm going to go to green now. It's this dark green. Trace around it. And cut it out. Take care of your scraps. Littler shape goes into the folder. And I need to do at least one more shape. After I cut out this next shape, I have 6. You're welcome to do more than 6, but you have to have at least 6. So I could do 7 or 8 if I would like. And I think I'm going to finish it off with this light green, because remember that you're working from dark to light. That's going to create that effect like it's a portal. I'm going to leave a little bit of space, and I'm going to trace around it. Big shape can go into my folder. And cut this out. Alright, when I have my 6 shapes, or more than 6 shapes cut out, they can go into, all go into my folder, and we'll make a stack of these up on the front supply table. If you do not get all 6 shapes cut out, that is fine. We will have time to work on them next class as well. Remember that you have to start with black, then work your way from your dark analogous colors all the way to the lightest. Right? When you're done, clean up after yourself, and then you are free to free draw, weave, or read a book.